Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. It's a Friday morning, the first day of June, and of course, the big news on today on the waterfront scene, they're out there snapper fishing as we speak. I talked to some groups, and they were leaving at midnight last night and getting on out there. Didn't have to go that far, but some of them just want to get on out there and catch some fish. So wish them good luck, and it's going to be a little windy, it looks like. But anyway, our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at 767-5500. Run by there and check on them for any kind of your educational needs or vocational needs you may have. The air temperature is not going to, it's going to get up to 87. I won't get quite 90s like it has been the early part of the week. The low will be 66, but what I was looking at was the water temperature now. It's up to 84 degrees. I was just checking back a month ago, on May 1st, it was 78 degrees. So it's gone up 6 degrees in 1 month. And we talk about how in the springtime, you know, in early summer, how it sort of shoots up. And this is what has happened. That 6 degree jump is quite a jump on our water temperature. Take a look at our freshwater, our river readings on the Apalachicola Bluntstown, just like I showed you most of the week. It's flatlined at a 0.7. And what I'm talking about at Apalachicola, I have my niece and nephew. I was talking to them the other day. They live up there, and he can't, up around the Bluntstown and Bristol area, they can't hardly get on the river up there now in their small boats. It's just so low, and they've had a rough time. So most of those guys are sort of going down the lower end of the big river and doing their fishing down there, you know, because just a little bit more water. But it's tough fishing up there in the upper end of the Apalachicola, up toward the dam, and then, you know, within 10 miles of there. It's tough fishing. Okay, now let's take a look at the Choctawhatchee at Caryville. Not much better there, but it is on the way up. It's going to get on about 1.7, close to 2 foot by Sunday. So it's going to be rising this weekend as you take a look at it. It will be rising. Now, let's take a look at the big thing on Sea Quarters Marine. I just got off the phone with Miller just before it came off the air. Miller said they're doing really good, continually doing good on the grouper. Inside the 9 miles line, but he said they're catching some big red grouper. Some of the guys going out catching some really big red grouper a little bit farther down, a little bit deeper. He said last night a lot of folks, he got a big crowd in this morning. A lot of folks are down there and coming down out of Georgia and Alabama and fishing for the red snapper. A lot of folks down there left around midnight last night. So they're going out and they're going to do some serious fishing over there. He said they also the big thing, 70, let's see, the crowd he gets on the opening weekend of snapper season, said one of the biggest crowds all year. And that snapper season just gets people excited, okay? So good luck to them at Sea Quarters Marina. All right, let's take our first break and we'll be right back.
Your vision is precious. If an emergency arises, you don't want to be sitting in a hospital waiting room. Accidents and injuries can happen outside of your workday. That's why our team of physicians provide emergency eye care to our patients anytime, day or night. You can count on your local experts in eye care to be there for you whenever you need us. The Eye Center of North Florida.
9 doctors, 1 vision, yours.
At Panhandle Educators, we offer full-service banking.
We're 5-star rated.
A safe place for your money.
Find us anytime, anywhere.
Or come see us on Highway 77 north of the mall. On the east side, across from Rutherford High School.
Come see us at the beach on R. Jackson Boulevard.
We're here in Southport on Highway 77.
Live or work in Bay, Holmes, Jackson, or Washington County? You can be a member.
Join us. We'll take care of you.
Panhandle Educators Federal Credit Union.
The letter X. It's one tough letter, and the only one that stands for something. It's the mark of the unknown factor, the spot of the buried treasure, the model of rugged beauty. But what really sets it apart is its power to multiply everything.
Sweet old Bob says see and save on all Exmark products today at Soul Tractor.
We are so lucky to live in North Florida. We have some of the best fresh and saltwater fishing in the world. My biggest problem is not catching fish, but trying to decide what kind of fish I want to catch. No matter what I'm after, I always stop at Sunjammers Water Sports first. They have just what I need: rods and reels, line, tackle, and most important, live bait. Yes, sir, we sure are lucky.
All right, welcome back. As we were talking about earlier, the big news today on the waterfront scene is the red snapper. A lot of folks get excited about that fish, and I don't know if it's the color or just the abundance of it right now, but people are downright excited about snapper season starting. Hopefully the weather hang in there. It's going to be, like I say, wind and all, but last night I received a bulletin from the Southeast Fisheries Bulletin talking about red snapper and how the quota is set. I want to show you this chart here. This is interesting right here. 2012, the acceptable biological catch. Now let's walk away through this. It's 8 million pounds. Okay, so we're looking at 8.8. Okay, and now 2013 is going to cut it down. I'm sorry, 8.08 then, but 2013 gets a little bit more, 8.69. The commercial allocation gets 51%. Okay, and then on the bottom, the recreational gets 49%. But look at the difference between 2012 and 2013. We're going to actually catch a little bit more if things go well. But the only thing, this is from NOAA now, but what they're saying, if they're going to reevaluate it, allowable, this is in million pounds, they're going to reevaluate it at the end of the season and feel like the commercial and the recreational catch is more than that. They said they can cut it down for next year. So right now it looks like there'll be a slight increase for next year. And the season goes from July all the way to July 10th. It'll be 40 days here. But I got this bulletin last night I was looking at. I want to just bring you the chart and show you what they're looking at there. And I was thinking last night, I was putting the show together, when I did the book and all, I only put one fish on the cover of the book, and I did it just based on talking to old timers and interviews and doing a lot of research back in the early newspaper articles. And guess what? Guess what fish I put on the cover of the book after people just got excited? It was really the money fish in the early days. That was the fish that really brought in. See the top of it right there above full box? That's a load of red snapper there. And that was the only fish that I actually put on the cover, because that was a fish that really put them on the map as far as old timers actually catching. They would catch Spanish and everything like that, and sell a lot of it locally. But the red snapper was one they would load up on the train. Once the railroad track came in here to St. Andrews, they were able to catch fish there and put them on the train and then send them up to Atlanta and places like that. And the red snapper those restaurants wanted. They didn't want a Spanish mackerel or beeliners or anything. What they wanted to sell their customers was a red snapper. So that's why it has a great heritage as far as here locally, as far as our fishermen. And that's why I always just thought that was really interesting. People still get excited about it though, and including myself. Okay, now let's go from, we're going to go from red snapper to sharks. Now, I'm going to show you this picture here. Jeff, maybe I'll stay on there a second. This is a shark bite on a jet ski, as simple as that. A shark bite on a jet ski. Can y'all see this on my phone here? I got it. Okay, that's 2 shark bites on the back of a jet ski, and that was sent to me by one of my former students who sent it to a student, and the student come running to me at school and said, "Coach, can I show you this picture?" And what happened? Now here's the story. Now I'm going to investigate a little bit more, but what has happened? He was out at the beach on a jet ski and going offshore just a little bit. 2 or 3 jet skis just sitting around out there. And all of a sudden they saw a huge, his word was huge. And now they said it's a 12-foot long, but you know how these stories are with teenage boys, and he said it's 12 foot long, but it came up out of the water and bit at the back of the jet ski. And he had I'm going to investigate, I'm going to interview him and see if I can get more information on it. But that's actually 2 shark bites right there, okay, on his jet ski. And he said they got out of there. You can imagine they got out of there. Okay, now, also, let's go back to freshwater. We're talking about Ralph and Lucretia Turner had their boat, 9.9 motor stolen off their boat about a month ago now. So some reviewers just started calling in and putting a reward together, and I want to just show you that it's gotten up to $1,000, okay? We started off at Panhandle Outdoors $100. And Clay O'Neill from Alpha called down. He wanted to put $200 in it. Ricky Collins down in Mexico Beach called, and he wanted to put $100. And Ralph Beatty from over there on the east side of town, over there in Millville, he called, and that was $900. And I was telling my son about it a week or two ago. So we had $900. He said, Dad, I tell you what, let's just round it off to $1,000. I go and throw $100 in there. So we now have a $1,000 reward for that return of that 9.9 horsepower Suzuki. In fact, we have made a wanted poster. I know y'all been watching Hatfield and McCoy's this week, and all the violence and that and all. So we're going to flash back and do an old Western wanted poster. The persons who stole a 9.9 Suzuki motor from Bayhead up to Deer Point Lake, a $1,000 reward. Call the Bay County Sheriff's Office. So you can call me and we can try to take care of it. We haven't forgot about it. We still want to get their motor back to them. Okay. All right. I take care of the first section. We're going to take our break and we'll be right back.
Clay O'Neill's Land Clearing. When you need land clearing, pond digging, road building, or any type of excavation, Clay O'Neill's Land Clearing is fully equipped to handle it. If the job is big or small, he covers it all, serving the Florida Panhandle from Madison County to Escambia County. He's just a phone call away. Hey, thanks, Clay, for another job well done.
Harold Milling Company, rough and tough dog food. Harold Milling Company builds it. They build hog feed. They build dairy feed. They make chicken feed. They have specialty feeds for rabbits. If you got a worm farm, grandmother used to have a worm farm. Look at the Harold Milling Company. You want to go down and get you, the dog's not running anymore. That's all over with. You want to get that 16% and drop down from the 26% protein. You don't want old Rover to get fat. Harold Milling Company, you can buy at almost any feed store in the Panama City area.
Steel, the #1 selling brand of handheld outdoor power equipment in America.
Right now, dependable grass trimmers start at just $159.95.
For cleanup, hard-working steel blowers start at $149.95.
Plus, double your limited warranty with your steel product purchase.
Start easier, work smarter, finish faster with Steel, #1 in America.
Read all about it says see and save today and every day on all Steel outdoor products at Soul Tractor.
When you stop by Blue Water Outriggers, you will find everything for your outdoor adventure. Stock up on all your favorite brands and shop for some of the latest outdoor gear and accessories. You can also shop online and have your orders delivered straight to your home. Our flagship store is nestled right off of Highway 98 in the Port City Shopping Center, just steps away from the Port St. John Marina. You will love our selection, our prices, and our friendly service.
All right, we're back on there, folks. On the phone, we call the pier, the Panama City Beach Pier, just to find out what's going on out there. I know a lot of folks are always interested in the pier. We try to call them on a regular basis on the phone. I have Ron. Good morning, Ron.
Good morning.
Good to hear from you. What's going on out at Panama City Beach Pier?
Well, all week long, since Monday, we've been catching kings and mainly kings in the morning, few Spanish, and late afternoons. Middays, there have been ones and twos, but it's been kind of scarce during the middays. That's been going on all week. I think last night the guys that fished, they caught a big shark. Don't know what kind it was, but it's pretty good size from what's all indications.
Wow. Well, you know, that's a little different from the normal pattern where we've been catching a lot of stuff in the mornings most of the spring. What do you think has happened now for the afternoon catch?
Yeah, it was, the weather kind of changed things around. The wind started coming out of the west, and the kings wasn't biting then, but then they started biting after that. So, like I say, it's early in the morning, daylight till about 9 or 10. And then late in the afternoon, you can start at 3, 4 o'clock and fish in the dark. It's the best time is right now.
Well, that's a good tip on when to go and all. We appreciate that.
Okay.
All right. All right, that's Ron out at the Panama City Beach Pier. Like I say, call and get these live reports. That's the best way to do it. You can hear all kind of stuff and all, but when you get a live report, that's special. To me, it's special, okay? It's on last week's news, okay? Thank you. All right, now, let's go to a hunting picture. This is a strange bird looking at it. Beautiful bird. This is it's not an albino turkey. Now Stan Kirkland sent this to me, and it's really not a local turkey, but they had the turkey world fascinated with it. And there were like 2 or 3 letters that were swapped back and forth, emails. I'm just going to briefly go through it. And what he was telling me, a guy named Howard Tiller said, hey, please send me any information you have on the color phase Merriam. I killed this near Rapid City on a private land. So then they emailed him back, and the biologist, here's what the biologist said. He said, what you have is a smoked phase wild turkey. It is a rare genetic trait in turkeys, but not as rare as an albino. Typically, you see this only in hens and not males, so this is truly a rare bird. The biologists were fairly confident that the bird in this picture is not a cross between a wild and domestic, because sometimes that can happen. They're confident that this is not a cross. They said it does not have any of the domestic traits, so they shared that photo with us. That was taken this past month, about a week or 2 ago, but that's what it's called, a Merriam phase, very rare. So thanks for sending that on. Okay, now also I want to say good morning up there in Graceville. Some of our viewers, the Taylor family. Carson is 3 years old. Eric is 8 years old. And Dad Brian went to Moses way back in the day, and they watch the show every morning up there in Graceville. And so, good morning, boys. Glad you're watching it. I know you're getting ready. Of course, Carson, you're not in school, but Eli, you're probably getting ready for school. So, good morning to all you folks up there. Appreciate y'all watching the show. All right, now, also, let's get ready for our Tarpon Dock seafood giveaway. All right, we've got a good time to do it. Today, I was down there yesterday afternoon, went to visit with them. Had some really good shrimp. They were really, we had a shrimp boil, actually, and had a lot of folks over. It was really good. Now, here's what we're giving away today. We're going to give away a red snapper, first one, and then the second one will be a $20 gift certificate, okay? All right, here we go. The red snapper is going to be the winner of the big red snapper. If you can't go out today, this is going to be Versi Cruise up there in Westville. Versi Cruise. All right, put that right here. And now the $20 gift certificate. You know, the last 3 names I pulled out have been out of the county. The 2 last week was out of the county, and that's out of the county. That's good to have you viewers up in that area. And this is Glenn Richard, okay, for the $20 gift certificate. All right, now, what I want to go into now, it would be this video. I've been promising y'all the Hank Parker interview. It's a great interview. Such a gentleman all. This one, 2 weeks ago, we were up at the First Baptist Church, it wasn't a wild game cookout, it was fish fry. And he spoke and all, and Ricky called me over to do an interview with him, and he was very gracious, and we took care of it. So let's run this interview with Hank Parker. He gives all the information on where he got all his information from. So let's watch this, Jeff.
Oh, you did?
All right, folks, we're up here at the Sims Farm for the big fish fry and cookout. Here's one of my viewers, Bill Mathis. My son Chip.
Yeah.
We're taking up tickets back here. And you can see we've got Hank Parker up there. So we're going to walk up here and watch the crowd gather. Beautiful place up here.
You ever been up here?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
This is Mr. Wilson.
Oh, don't put me on TV.
Okay, yeah, well, listen, this
Have
is
you
great.
met Hank yet?
We're on the way up there.
Okay.
We're on the way up there,
All right.
but we're going to just get in line, I think.
All right.
All right. Hey, y'all heard of the wise men. Here's the wise men right here.
That's them. That's them.
Steve? You know, I've had your grandkids in my class and all, and they learned some really good manners. Now, where did they learn that from?
They didn't learn it from me.
Y'all looking forward to this, Bobby?
Yes. Sure.
All right. There's Hank Parker right over there, entertaining the crowd.
There's John Steve. We got his shirt on. Look right there.
Look there. Captain. You know, we had that video taking the sister out about last month. You did a good job.
She loved it.
I like that thing you got. It says only waves can tip a boat, and only you can tip the captain.
Hank, this is Winston.
Winston Chester.
And Winston Chester.
How you doing?
Good. Winston has one of our finest
I got
in the mornings, and he involves a lot of kids from the high school, and does a good job.
That's good. Is that radio or TV?
That's TV. Yeah, I'm just following your example.
I can't do TV in the morning. People can't take me too much in the morning. I have to wait till night where I'm slip up on them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll tell you what. That was one of the students you just talked about.
Oh, really?
I teach in an outdoor education class at a local high school.
How about that, Charles? Or
yeah. And we teach fly fishing, bait casting, and how to throw
I need to come to your class. I can't throw a casting net worth a nickel. I need a little bit.
Girls do a better job.
They listen.
You know, Roland threw a 20-foot cast. Roland beats all of it.
I got the best cast net thrower I got here about is muscle shirt. That boy can throw a cast net, buddy. He can throw a big cast net. And he used to have an 18-footer. That sucker could pop them legs by.
That's the way Roland is. Roland throw that thing. It blew me away.
It's a beautiful thing.
I'm telling you.
We appreciate you coming down here.
It's good to be here, man. This is unique.
You hanging around some good people now.
Yeah. That's good.
He don't know about that.
We got some fresh carp coming. Imported from Lake Erie, I hear.
Yeah. Ricky can cook it. He'll tell us his past.
Yeah. Tackle says going to tell you what you want to hear.
Hey, I'll sell him to you what you want to hear.
Well, listen, I want to say good morning to our Panhandle Outdoor viewers.
Good morning to the Panhandle Outdoor viewers. Let's do that again.
Take two. This guy needs more practice.
And I'm with Winston Chester, and Winston and I go back 100 years. He taught me everything I know about fishing. So he has really schooled me. I still got a lot to learn, and I call Chester from time to time when I get in a jam and I can't figure out what I need to do next. So Chester, I really appreciate it. We just want to say thumbs up to all the Panhandle viewers out there. You guys hang in there and keep watching on Chester, and you never know where you may go.
Man, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Y'all believe all of that?
I should have said Mr. Chester. That's what we call him. Some people call him Winston, but I call him Mr. Chester. So y'all keep listening to Mr. Chester.
Great job, buddy. We don't even take no takes on that.
You think of a successful hunting season, two things come to mind: Browning and C&G Sporting Goods. Browning is the best there is, and C&G Sporting Goods is your factory direct, full-line Browning dealer. C&G stocks Browning guns, camo, knives, scopes, gun safes, bows, and much more, including hunting and fishing license. Look over the new Browning BAR camo short track and X-Bolt rifles. Why pay good money for anything less than a Browning? Browning and C&G, the best there is. Home of the experts.
When you have work to do, get it done with a Kubota. Kubota is the top choice for reliability, efficiency, and value. And right now, during Kubota Rewards, take advantage of 0 down and 0% APR for up to 60 months on new Kubota utility and ag tractors, tractor loader backhoes, and utility vehicles. It pays to own Orange. See your Kubota dealer today.
See and save on all Kubota tractors and equipment at Sowell Tractor today.
Bill Kramer Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC is Panama City's exclusive full-line dealership, built on a 45-year foundation of trust and total customer satisfaction in all departments, including our huge pre-owned department, where we'll pay top dollar for your current automobile as a trade-in, or we'll place your vehicle on our lot and help you sell it. At Bill Kramer Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. 4 decades, 3 generations, 1 tradition.
Sunrise to sunset. A walk through nature takes you on a journey of Florida's Emerald Coast. You'll encounter the wildlife, birds, lighthouses, indigenous to the beautiful land and seascapes of Florida. Set to the sounds of nature and enhanced with easy listening music. Only $14.95 plus $4.95 shipping and handling. NatureWalkDVD.com or send check or money order to the address on the screen. A walk through nature. Visually stunning.
All right, welcome back, folks. You heard it right there from Hank Parker, where he got all the information from. He calls me on a regular basis, find out where the fish are biting and all. Great guy. It was a great night we had. I really enjoyed meeting him and spending time with a lot of folks up there. Now, let's get started with our Tarpon Dock Seafood famous Friday fishing forecast. But first, let's look at Express Lane Fish and Game forecast for today. We're looking at from 9:44 to 11:44 this morning, and this evening from 10:11 to 12:11. That's brought to us by Express Lane, American owned and American operated. Okay. Now, Tarpon Dog Seafood, gracious to bring our famous Friday fishing forecast and what's going on here. Really, it's been a good week and all. We'll start down in Carabel, and we just talked to Millard and all. Grouper bite is excellent, continues to be excellent, and within that 9-mile range. Folks, if you get a chance, you go there and catch some nice grouper. And also the big red grouper out, and of course they're hitting the red snapper today, and I can promise you if they can get out, all those boats will have their limits. After I go to Port St. Joe, talked to Blair Thursday morning this week, and he was talking about he did the same thing. He went scouting for red snapper and couldn't get. He went scouting for grouper, but he couldn't get out of red snapper, and they caught some big red snapper. In the St. Joe Bay, he said top water is working really good early in the morning on speckled trout around Black's Island, between there and the tower there, and also some large trout being caught around Black's Island. Okay, flounder fishing continued to be very steady there in the St. Joe Bay. He said got some good reports there. And one thing, I've got this in 2 or 3 different people, they've seen a lot of sharks in St. Joe Bay the last couple of weeks. So just a lot of sharks out there. And they must be getting ready for scallop season, I was thinking. Redfish have been really good in Apalachicola Bay around the oyster bars and also around Bob Sykes Cut on that outgoing tide. We have some strong outgoing afternoon tide this week, and those guys sit there right in their channel, the Bob Sykes Cut. They've done that for years and catch. And most of the reds are way too big, but it's just fun catching them right there. And we've done that before too. It used to be a public way to get there off the rock to do it. Mexico Beach, Captain Mitch Coleman reported the water temperature there is 82 degrees, and a lot of mahi are being caught up at 12 miles out along the weed lines, and that's a fun fish to catch and also a good eating fish. He also reported that the king bite is really good. I have a picture here of a nice king caught locally by Graham Lovett. Cousin Graham, he goes out all the time. He doesn't work. All he does is just fish, and every now and then they'll run into a nice king. But that's about a 20-something pounder. That's not going to win a tournament, Graham, but that's a good start. But finishing up on Mexico Beach, the cigar minnows is what's bringing. That's how they're catching the kings there. They're just the old time proofing away. Here in Panama City, been strong outgoing tides, really good red fishing up here around the docks and all. The local shrimpers now, they're located between the downtown marina and Shell Island. That's where they're shrimping at night. I've talked to the shrimpers this week. That's where the shrimp's concentrated. Anytime you have a shrimp concentrated in an area like that, that's where you're going to get your really big trout and some big redfish. And, you know, trout will stay in the same base system, but they're going to follow those shrimp. And right now, they're between the backside of Shell Island and over there toward the city marina, more toward that Redfish Point area. That's they've been there all week, the shrimpers have. So anyway, go online and check this out. I got a whole year and the whole week's fishing times and also what's biting and all. Folks, we're going to have to get ready to get out of here. I want to say thank y'all. I have some more stuff, but we'll take care of it next week. Got a good turkey video coming up next week, too. Thank y'all for watching the show this week. Thank you all our sponsors. And, you know, sometime today you have a chance to do something good for somebody, and you do that, okay? Have a great weekend, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.